Kamui, if you want to do a topic, then I feel like that'd be perfect.
Okay, this one probably won't be too long, but like, why
Sure.
doesn't the Rashomon gates require hand signs? It's still the summoning jutsu. Like, I checked all three chapters it summoned. They just don't do the hand signs. All three times. Sakura and Uka don't do it, Orochimaru doesn't do it, Hashirama doesn't do it. Well, why doesn't it require hand signs? And mind you,
So you're
this
not
is
gonna like my answer.
before Orochimaru was doing it later on. You could say Hashirama is just because of Orochimaru. No, Sakura and Uka were doing it first.
Uh, you're not gonna like my answer because it doesn't make any sense. But I'm just gonna play devil's advocate to try and support it here. So, okay, this answer needs a lot of context to explain it, and you're already gonna disagree before we even get to the actual premise. So, the substitution jutsu doesn't work the way they explain it. Rather, it is a basic space time ninjutsu to some degree, in some regard, somehow. Thoughts on
I
that?
mean, it has to be though. Like if you look at
Yeah,
because it doesn't make sense otherwise. Like how does Gara do
exactly.
it? Like how is Gara breaking out of Rock Lee's bandages and running away in
How is
midair?
Kane running across the ocean to get a tree to substitute into fighting dragons? It's like it's clearly it has to be something that they just have stored somehow. And to be fair, in the Ultimate Ninja Storm games, it's almost just like a get out of jail free card. Like it's a thing they have stored up, like a stock, even almost like what Donzo does in a weird way. But it's crazy saying that it's as OP as Izanagi, but it kind of is in a way.
But that's the problem. It doesn't make sense. Like it is
Okay, so
space-time ninjutsu, but it's not. I don't understand.
yeah. So with that being said, it's like a basic, let's just say freaking C or D rank space-time ninjutsu. It doesn't make sense, but just is somehow. Especially considering like the poof of smoke that just wouldn't make sense otherwise. So with that being the case, I'm gonna make the argument. You're not gonna like this. I didn't expect you to like the first part, but you're definitely not gonna like the second part. So the summoning jutsu and space nine ninjutsu have to be fundamentally different somehow.
Wait, what? So
It
what you
just it
said?
just the same thing somehow.
Wait, summoning jutsu and space-time ninjutsu aren't the same?
Yes, it's not. It's they have similarities and differences. Obviously, I mean that goes without saying. But I'm going to make the stretch to say they have more differences than what's explained to us. That being the contract.
Sure, but I mean, it's still a type of space-time ninjutsu.
It is, but it's not the same. That's like saying it's like the difference between Rasengan and rotation. But to be fair, those might be just the same things. Maybe not.
I mean, they low-key kind of are, but
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. But they're different, more than just that. I don't know how. I can't explain it. Look at freaking Sage Estate Calves and Virtue's subspace nonsense with Minato. Maybe they got something, but it's just somehow different. The fact that Sasuke can just summon through space time to Kaguya's dimension. I don't know. I don't. Listen, that's a different topic for another time. That's a whole 30-minute discussion on its own.
yeah.
Whatever.
Well, so the thing I was thinking about was I was trying to find just now if there was like a data book entry for like like what Ten does where she summons weapons and Sasuke does it in the Itachi fight and so on. Like I think the story either refers to it as just the transportation technique or they say it's a summoning jutsu but just on weapons. I wanted to know what they specifically say because if it's the summoning jutsu, like if they're just saying the summoning jutsu but on a weapon, if that's the case, Ten, Sasuke, none of them ever use hand signs for it, in which case the Rashomon gates aren't alive. It could just be a thing to where, for some stupid reason, you need hand signs if it's a living animal, but not if it's like a object. That could be
Well,
how
yeah, no,
the
that would make sense because of the contract seal between the two things. And one, we know what Tintin does. It's essentially what Tintin does. Same with Sasuke when he's fighting Itachi. He just
yeah.
summons the weapons into his hands,
That's what I'm
basically.
saying.
I
So the
think
Rashomon gates might fall under that category.
that's that's my best guess, is that it's not summoning jutsu, despite it blatantly, I believe, being called summoning jutsu.
All three times. Whereas Sasuke's not saying summoning jutsu when he summons the weapons.
And the fact that, don't they use blood when they do it as well, or do they just summon it in
Yeah,
general?
yeah, they all bite their finger.
Oh my god. So okay, that brings up a completely different topic, but a quick derailment. Can Sasori even do the summoning jutsu? It's like hypothetically.
You probably have to like
It's just impossible.
poke his like heart thing.
I guess, but then he would just die.
Oh, he would die if he poked it. He'd probably handle a poke.
Listen. Mike Guy gave it a little poke and he died. So.
Well, my guy didn't give it a little poke. He just straight up like stabbed it.
I don't know. I mean, maybe he could survive a stab to his heart, but I don't know if that's something he'd really be interested in.
Well, you don't have to get stab it. You just gotta like prick it, like what Light Yakubi does to his finger to write on the Death Note. Sometimes you just gotta do that.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
don't
it's a
have
little
to.
bit different when it's your most critical organ ever.
Okay, but it's
Light, yeah.
Sasori, man.
Now, see, if a
Oh,
smart
God.
person, if a smart person had Death Note, they should write the IRS, the ATF.
Fortunately, that wouldn't work.
Anything can work if you
Well,
try
I saw
hard
a guy with the
enough.
Death Note shit at work today. I was
You,
pissed that.
you, you wait, dead ass.
Yeah, I know. I was kind of pissed that on my server book I'm getting like a custom Death Note one. I was pissed that it didn't come in yet because if it did, I would have held it up and be like, bro, it would have been awesome. But sadly, it wasn't in yet.